Hello everyone, my name is Jitendra Bafna. In today's video, we're going to see how to call a MuleSoft Composer Flow in the Salesforce Flow. So basically, we will create a invocable MuleSoft Composer Flow and we will try to access that invocable MuleSoft Composer Flow in the Salesforce Flow, right? So let's start creating a MuleSoft Flow. So I will create a simple invocable MuleSoft Composer Flow. I will just say I can log in into composer.mulesoft.com, and once you log in into composer.mulesoft.com, then you will see the option called create a new flow. I will simply click on create a new flow. Then you can click on create flow from the scratch. Okay, so now you can see the three options: system event, invoke, or scheduler. So in my case, I want to create an invocable flow. I will click on the invoke. Right, I will add few input fields. So I just want a first name as my input. I will just give some sample value. I will just say James. Then I want second input as a last name. I will just say John. I will apply. Okay, the next thing, I want to give I want to add this first name and the last name, and I have to give the output as a name. So I will just say add output field, and I can just say name, apply, and here I can click on this search button and I will select custom expression, and I can go to data, and you can see the field from the previous component. So I will just select first name, I will give a space, I will select last name. So right, and it will just validate the syntax, everything is good, then you can say apply. So I have completed my simple flow where I will expecting a first name as a last name in the input, and I will generate the output as a name, which will be the addition or addition of the first name and the last name. I will simply save this flow. I can name it sample or demo composer invocable flow. Just say apply. Once you apply it, you can test it. Let's see. Yeah, I will just give like first and last name is same as it. Just say test flow. Okay, so it is just testing the flow. Okay, so it has tested, the test is been successfully finished. Okay, uh, so now what I will do, next step, I will activate. So activate takes some time, so I will just pause my video till that. So my MuleSoft Composer Flow has been activated, right? You can see that this is activated, and here you can see the option to get the credentials and the URL. I can just click on Flow credentials, so it will give me the URL, client ID, and the client secret. Let me test this on the Postman first. I will copy this URL. I will go to the Postman. I will just okay. Let me do one thing. Let me copy it again. Let me go to Postman. Change the method to post body raw JSON. Okay, so it expecting two fields, the first name, which is I will just say James, and it is expecting last name. I will just say Jim. Okay, so now I have to give the credentials also. I can go to authorization. I can select the basic auth, and in the place of username, I can provide a client ID. In the place of password, I can provide a client secret. Okay, so here you have a client ID and the client secret. Copy this client ID, paste it here. Let go back to the screen. Copy this client secret, just paste the password, just send the request. So I got the response name, right, which is the combination of first name and the last name. That is what we are expecting. So now we have completed our MuleSoft flow. Now what I have to do, I have to call this MuleSoft Composer Flow in the Salesforce Flow, right? So for that, we need to perform a few steps. The first thing, we have to configure the external service, right? then we have to configure the name credentials, and then we will create a flow. The first thing, we will configure a name credentials and the external credentials, right? So I will click, I will log into the Salesforce. I will click on this setup. Okay, under setup, I can search for name credentials. Okay, this is my name credentials. Okay, here you can see, like, we have a name credential and external credential. First, I will go and click on the external credential. Here I will click on new, and I will just say composer auth or composer external auth. Okay, and copy this here, control Z, copy this, paste it here, and just put underscore, and here you can select the type. In my case, we have a basic authentication. I will just select as a basic authentication. Just save it. Once you save it, you need to provide, you have select the basic, you need to provide the principals. I will click on new. I will just say composer basic auth. Now select the identity as a name principal, and here it will ask for the username and the password. So what I can do, I can copy this, I can copy the username and password basically from the composer again. Okay, so let me do that. I will go to my composer, copy the secret, paste it in the place of username, copy the client secret, paste me in the name of password. So username is nothing, it's a client ID, password is nothing, it's a client secret, save it. So we have configured our external service here. We don't require any custom header. Now I will go back to name credentials. So now I will click on name credential. I will select a new, because in name credential you can configure what is your URL. So I can just say composer name credentials. You can give the space here, copy this, just put the underscore. Now you need to provide the URL in your name credentials. So go to composer, copy this URL, paste it here. Make sure you are enabled for the callout is enabled. Then you have to select the external composer external credential which we have created. So I think composer external auth which we have created, right? And like, I don't have any formulas, so I just say generate authorization error. It's fine. Like, if you want to click anything, you can do that, but I will save this. So what we have done, we have created the external credentials as well as the name credentials. The next step, we need to create a permission sets, right? So I can go to permission sets, right? So I will go to permission set. Then I can just click on new, and I can simply say MuleSoft Composer permissions. Okay, that's it. And I can just copy this same and I can put it in description. I can just say save. Okay, then you can say manage assignments, assign the user to this particular app. So say add assignment. So here I will assign to myself. You can assign to multiple or groups, right? Just say assign. Okay, done. Okay, so let me go back to my this permission set. Okay, and now the next thing, I need to assign the apps. So here I will just say external credential principal app access. Click on this, right? Just say edit here, and just select your credential, principal credential. In my case, it's composer external auth. I will just add this, and I will simply save it. So now we have done with our permission sets also. Next thing, we have to create a flow. I will just search for flow in the setup, click flow. Before that, I need to do one more thing. I have to configure external service. Search for external services, click on external services. right? And just say add an external service, right? From the API specification, click next and just say Composer Flow external service. So it doesn't require space. Okay, just okay. And here in the service schema, you can just say complete schema. You can add the description, whatever description you want it here, and select the name credential which we have created, composer name credentials and schema. So you can copy this open API specification from your composer flow, copy this and paste it here, right? And it will generate the apex class, everything for you automatically, which you can call into the Salesforce flow. Save and next, right? It has done that. Just select the operation, whatever operation you require, just say next. And here you can see for 200 this is my apex class out, for input you have this apex class. So all details you can find it here. What are the apex class for your errors, what are the apex class for your bad gateway, those kind of things are available here. Just say finish. So you have done with configuring the external services. Also you have the first you have configured external credentials, then name credentials, then you have assigned some permission sets, then you have created the external services. Now we will create a flow. Just click on flows, okay, and just click on new flow. I will just use like start from scratch, then I will use the screen flow. Okay, so click on this screen flow. Okay, now add the first thing we will add or action. So action is basically used to call any any external services. You can do that. So here you can select the external services. For me, I think which one is this? We have a both same. Yeah, the first one, external service composer flow actions dot invoke, right? So I can say call MuleSoft Composer Flow, okay, then invoke. So I have to create a body. So for for creating the body, I first need to set up some variables. So I just click here. I can just say new resource. I will say resource type variable. Then I will just say composer input, okay. I will just say composer input and select the data type as a fx defined, and need to select the class. Search for the composer. As we have seen, it has created one class called uh, composer flow invoke in body, right? So I can select this class and it is available for the input, and just say done. Okay, so now what in the body, I will just say enabled it, and I can just say uh, I can select this variable which I've created, composer input. That's it, and what I can do before the action, I need to set these names and all this thing, right? The first name and last name. So what I can do, I can just search for the message assignment, right? I can click here. Just let me do one thing. Okay, let me do one thing. I will just say message assignment. I will assign some values assignments. So I will just say assign first name and last name. Okay, I will just do that. Assign first name and the last name. Control A, Control C. Okay, and just I will say first name. Okay, let me do one thing. Just a minute. So I need to search the variable, and variable will be composer input, and this is the first name. Okay, so we have created one variable, right? In that variable, we have type we have defined the apex class. Okay, and like we are giving the first name, and first name is equals to James. Assignment, then we have to search for the composer input, which is last name. I can just say Jim. Okay, so that's a value I've assigned, right, to this particular variable, apex variable which we have created. So that and that apex variable is of type composer in body, right, which we have seen it. Okay, just close this and then go here, and here I assign this complete variable here, right, whatever apex variable we assign this to the body, correct. In this it contain two field, first name and the last name. Now just save it, and you give like call composer flow, MuleSoft Composer Flow. You can give, if you want to give some description, you can give it. Okay, it will automatically generate a API name. Now just save it. Once you save it, you can debug it here. If everything is good, you will get the output and everything. I just say run. So it has been successfully completed, and here you can see, like, your body is like last name and the first name, like first name and last name. Here you got the output, right? You can see it. Let me maximize this. Here you can see the output of this Salesforce flow, right? So we got this name as a James, and with the response code 200, right? So that is how you can call a composer flow, a MuleSoft composer flow in the Salesforce flow. And even like we have seen, like we have set up the 200 success response. You can also set up the body for your 500. Maybe you can set up the body for the other error codes. Let me do one thing. Let me go back to my flow. So for example, if you go to show advanced setting, you can just say manually assign variable. You can start setting up, like you can start, start reading the errors and all this thing. You can assign the variables to this kind of so those kind of manipulations you can do. So these are all the response code you are expecting from your MuleSoft Composer, right? Yeah. So I hope you like this video, right? If you like this video, please click on like and subscribe button. Thanks for watching.